a new bike. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Alright. Yuan Zing. That's number one brand, I'm sure. I don't see this thing. I didn't even see it. I went into the store. This is the last one they had in the box. There's like one review online about this bike from Spite's Corner, which was okay. BTX. I got a black one at least. Cool. I like this full length seat. Big hunk of cardboard. Honestly, it came pretty well packaged. So, fast ace suspension. I don't know anything about the brakes. They look like e-bike brakes. So yeah, this is the BTX Volt 60. Basically a Sur-Ron competitor. Should have fast ace suspension front and rear. I'm gonna kind of go through the whole thing and see. This is my first electric motorcycle, so we'll kind of go through the process of unboxing it, charging the battery, taking it for a rip. I'm hoping maybe I can learn some wheelies on it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Continue on. Kurosawa brakes. I don't know enough about these bikes to know if that's a good thing or not. Normally they assemble these things for you, but I wanted to do it myself because I don't trust anybody to build stuff for me anyway, and I just wanted to go through the process of it. So far, it's a bicycle with a motor in it and a battery and no pedals. So I think we'll figure this out. Oh, it comes with a pedal kit? That's not going on. It's hilarious. I didn't realize it came with a pedal kit. Ugg Best X Hunter. That's whatever brand they've rebranded from. Kind of figured that was the case. Toolkit. What's in the toolkit? Screwdriver handle, Allen key. Really basic kit, but you could probably put most of the bike together with that. I'm going to put the handlebars on, throw it on a stand, get the battery charging, see how that goes. I got it on the stand. I got the front wheel mounted. That was fine. They had the spacer and the brake pads so that they didn't come apart. The adapters between each side of the wheel, they're the same, so that was easy. The spare bolts I found on the bottom of the box were the pinch bolts for the axle. Complaint I have: no torque specs anywhere in that manual or in the other owner's manual. So that's something that my real motorcycle comes with. That's something you can get for your mountain bike. Why it doesn't come in the manual for this thing, so you can check the torque, everything else like that. So I've set it to about right for mountain bike specs, and I will be hitting everything with torque seal just to make sure that it doesn't back off. I can visually check it. Obviously I've added Loctite to everything. So now put the handlebar on. Realized I didn't put the throttle on first, so I'm going to take the handlebar off, slide the throttle on, get the brakes on. I've got the battery charging The fan on it's very loud, but honestly, I'm not too unhappy with it. I think for what I paid and what I'm getting, it feels about right. So, would I pay 6,000 Canadian? Probably not. I don't like the, it's got UGBest branding in random spots and then this BTX stuff in other spots. For the premium they're asking, I would have expected more consistent branding on the bike. I'm going to take a look. I have a feeling that this UGBest bike is available through somewhere like AliExpress, and I'd be curious to see if you're better off by ordering direct from them or going through Bike Tricks or Big Tricks or whatever. That said, I've got a local company to deal with if I have warranty issues right now. Whereas if you're dealing with a Chinese seller, good luck, right? So, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I still haven't rode it. We'll see how it goes. Brake rotors were filthy. I highly recommend cleaning them with brake clean before you put the wheel on. And then there was a bunch of mouse turds in the bottom of the box, which is whatever. That could have been a warehouse in Vancouver. It could have been on the boat while it was here. Don't lick your fingers afterwards and you're probably going to be fine. Well, that's it assembled. It's got a cute little headlight on it. This is ugly as sin. I'm going to put a sticker on that. I don't like that. Fast Ace suspension. I think these are 200, maybe 220 mil rotors. I gotta measure them. I'll put that on the screen. Doesn't look too shabby. Cute little taillight back here. I like the seat. And then find the key. Battery goes in here. So battery goes in. You've got like a nice little bag here, and it looks like you can adjust the rear suspension from up here. I haven't played with it yet, obviously. Yeah, really tiny little display. And then we have adjustable front suspension. Cool. Well, let's get the charger or the battery on here off the charger and see if it turns on. I think there's some sort of immobilizer thingy. How would you get it out of park? Horn works. Is it in the manual? Let's find out. Working method. Battery charging. I'm not seeing anything. I'm thinking if I go like this, turn it on, and then this, and then this. Okay, yeah, that's dumb. Okay. Mode 1. Mode 1's 48. Mode 2. 85. See if we can go for a ride. Does things. That's kind of fun. It's a little bit underpowered. I was hoping it might have a little bit more pop to it. So probably a bigger rear sprocket or something. You can get the front end up a little bit, but you really gotta like give it so, and not at speed. But I don't know. It's kind of fun. I'm looking for. I'm gonna take it out to the actual woods and play with it and see how it goes. I'm gonna go first. Here, okay, try. Here you go. Aren't we supposed to have our feet up? I thought you were practicing that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, these front brakes suck. I gotta bed them in, I think. Right through the puddle. Drive, drive, drive. Yeah, good job. So it actually balances quite well. It's comfortable. I think a little bit of a higher rise on the handlebars would be okay. It's got some torque. Your front tire stopped and then you tipped over. So remember when we got to pick our bike up, it's always good to turn it off so you don't accidentally grab the throttle, right? Yeah. All right. But brakes do not stop you. So the battery range on this thing is awful. 7 kilometers. I'm down like 30 some odd percent from where I started, and it was not that much of a hill. So we'll see how she goes. This might be getting returned. I don't know. I couldn't hit 80 either. Oh, that's hilarious. 55%. You made it up okay. This is a skill issue more than anything else. That's going to be terrifying going down this because the brakes are terrible. Not having a clutch is weird. Handlebars are crazy tiny too. Watch the arm pump. Oh, beautiful line choice. Entertaining, but like already range anxiety, right? But at 48% battery, I think I'm gonna start turning around. I'm just curious to see, you know, how it does. It's not awful. It's fun. It's underpowered. The range is not going to be at all what it states. I don't know. I could put a controller in it. I think that would do a huge difference on the throttle response and maybe the power delivery. I think the motor is okay. The components seem okay. It's $2,000 cheaper than the next option. You can do a lot with $2,000, right? Man, it's gonna get so wet. The rear fender sucks on this thing. Still 47%. Downhill a little bit. I don't think we're going to hit 80. That's even indicated 80. Feels stable though. I gotta say it, 70 something kilometers an hour. It feels very stable. You know what? That was fun. Mass is wet. The bike doesn't have great range. It's at, I left at 80 something. It's at 29. I guess I'll owe you guys a little bit of a conclusion on this. My initial thoughts after first riding it, after the first weekend, is I thought for sure I was going to return it. But ultimately, I have to think about what I paid and what I bought it for. So if I paid retail at 6,000 Canadian plus tax, I wouldn't be happy with it. However, I paid $4,200 taxes in due to some sales that they were running. At that price, I'm happy with it. I also purchased it for the explicit reason to follow my daughter around while riding her dirt bike in the forest. It's quiet, it's relatively comfortable, it's very stable, it's very easy to balance on it. I can still have some fun. And, for that reason, I think it's a good buy. I'm going to keep the bike. I do have some mods planned for it. I'm going to do handlebars. I have a bigger sprocket for it already that I'm going to put on. I'm going to go to 54 tooth from the 48 tooth. And then this controller is a far driver clone as far as I can tell. So I think I can get a little bit more out of the battery with it. Either going to try to get a dongle and see if I can get the far driver app to control it, or I'm just going to buy a 72100 or whatever controller to run this thing. It shouldn't be too expensive. It's just a 60 volt bike. So I'm looking forward to riding it some more. Definitely might look into changing the pads out on the front. I felt like it was a little bit underpowered there, under-delivered there. The tires are terrible, but I'm going to wear these out anyway. And pretty much any bike that you're buying, the tires suck, especially in this price range. So overall, reasonably happy with it, and looking forward to continuing to ride it. So anyway, keep an eye on this space for a little bit more with this bike. If you can't quite afford a proper e-bike or e-moto, this isn't a terrible option. And I like the design on the frame. The frame design is separate from the Sur-Ron. It's separate from the Talaria. It's their own thing. Obviously, they're ripping on everybody else. But there's going to be a few custom parts I'm going to have to make. The skid plate's pretty thin. I've already dented it. So I might try to make a custom skid plate for it. And because nothing else is going to fit as far as I can tell. So, thanks for checking it out.